We'll call this meeting to order. This is the regular meeting of the Bellflower City Council. It's Monday, December 13th, 2021 at 7:03 in the evening. Before we begin, please note that all public meetings will be recorded. When a participant logs in via the computer or calls in to join the meeting, their name and/or phone number will be visible to all participants. Unless you are providing public comment, your audio will be muted and your video will be disabled. Persons wishing to be audience members to the meeting may do so anonymously. Anonymous participants, however, will not be recognized for public comment. Persons who seek to bypass the city's host controls will be dropped and blocked from the meeting. Thank you for your cooperation. Madam City Clerk, roll call, please.
Mayor Pro Tem Dutton.
Here.
Councilmember Hamada.
Here.
Councilmember Sanchez.
Here.
Councilmember Santinas.
Here.
Mayor Coops.
Here. At this time, we will have our invocation provided by Mayor Pro Tem Ray Dunton, followed immediately by the Pledge of Allegiance by P.J. Balana, Director of Parks and Recreation. Please stand with me.
Oh, gracious God, thank you for all you do. Please bless our actions here tonight and assist us in building a strong and caring community. Bless all our residents in this tough pandemic that we are in. May you lend us your wisdom to find solutions. We thank for the opportunity to help others and the opportunity to try to improve the way of life. We always ask for your protections and blessings for our military, men and women, and our first responders, and always return them safely to their families. In God's name, amen.
Please place your right hand over your heart and join with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Stewart, next item, please.
To be the City Council reorganization, and I believe Ms. Ochiki will go ahead and lead this.
Thank you, Mr. Stewart. Nominations are now open for the office of Mayor of the City of Bellflower. Nominations do not require a second.
Miss City Clerk, Mr. Mayor and Ms. City Clerk, I'd like to nominate Mayor Pro Tem Ray Dunton for mayor.
Okay. Any other nominees?
Move and close the nominations.
Second.
All right.
Hearing no further nominations, nominations are closed. When I call your name, please state aye or no. Councilmember Dutton.
Aye.
Councilmember Hamada.
Aye.
Councilmember Coops.
Aye.
Councilmember Sanchez.
Aye.
Councilmember Santinas.
Aye.
Congratulations, Mayor Dutton.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Mr. Mayor. And now I will turn the meeting over to you to conduct nominations for the office of Mayor Pro Tem.
All righty. Let me just do it from here.
That's fine. And then we'll change it after you do that.
Okay. All right, nominations are now open for Mayor Pro Tem.
Mr.
I
Mayor?
nominate
Oh,
Mr. Santinas.
second.
Okay, we got a nomination by Councilmember Mr. Coops.
Immediate past mayor.
I'm sorry, I had an immediate pass mayor. I had to do that for Santinas, and a second by Victor Sanchez. Call roll, please.
When I state your name, please say aye or no. Councilmember Hamada.
Aye.
Councilmember Coops.
Aye.
Councilmember Sanchez.
Aye.
Councilmember Santinas.
Aye.
Aye.
Mayor Dutton.
Aye.
Congratulations.
All right.
All right.
All right, you get the chair here.
Okay, let's swap chairs.
We'll do it next time.
I'd like to thank my colleagues. Oh, I'll let you finish. I'd like to take the time to thank my colleagues for having the faith in me and gumption that they have elected me mayor for this year term. And I do appreciate it. My family appreciates it. And all of you know where my heart is within this town. And I just wanted to say thank you, graciously. We'll do this job and do to the best of my ability and take this city through this pandemic and get everything open back to normal the best I can. And with that, thank you. And does Mr. Santa Inez have a few words to say for his pro temship?
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. I just want to say thank you to my colleagues here on the dais for electing me as your Mayor Pro Tem for this coming year. And one thing that I really want to emphasize, especially to our residents, is how proud I am of our city council in our city, because we do a lot of things together. There's no division here. We disagree sometimes on some issues, but once we express our opinion or where we stand, we act as one council. And if you can just imagine some of the cities around us, there's been division. That's why they cannot move their city forward. But I just want to emphasize to our residents that your city, our city, we're moving forward because we are united as a council. So thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. All right, item 10 on the agenda is public comments.
This is the time set aside for the public to address the city council on matters not listed on the agenda. Those wishing to speak on an agenda item must utilize one of the methods listed on page 2 of the agenda. You will be given 3 minutes to address the city council. Attempts to provide comment at times not designated on the agenda may result in the city dropping you from the meeting.
All right, City Clerk, is there any hands raised for public comments?
Mayor, I'll give the public a moment to utilize the feature. Mayor, I'm not seeing any raised hands at this time.
Okay, well, thank you. Okay, we'll move on. Let me read some little announcements since we got Zoom two-way action. If you'd like to speak, please use the raise hand feature. If by computer, it appears under the participants tab. If by phone, the phone app, it'll appear under the normal button at the bottom right-hand corner. Or if by telephone, press the star 9 to raise your hand or star 6 to unmute. You will be called upon order received. You can then unmute your microphone so they can provide comments. And that'll be for the agenda items. Okay, item 11A, Mr. Stewart.
This is consideration possible action to conduct the annual public hearing to consider whether the 5% utility users tax UUT should continue in effect or be modified or repealed. And Mr. Report for this.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of the council. Since about the mid-90s, as a council, you've met at the meeting in December to discuss this utility users tax. I think this will be my 22nd year in a row of making this presentation. What's changed over that period of time mostly is it's getting shorter and shorter, so that's the main change. Content-wise, you can see, based on our fiscal impact, we're looking to anticipating getting about $3 million from the tax this year. And while that sounds like a certain sum of money, I would refer you to the chart that we've consistently tried to provide, that line chart over the years, to show where the trend really has come. We started in the 90s with certain anticipated goals and expectations, but very quickly you can see that what money did come in did not seem to keep pace with inflation, let alone inflation plus the population growth of the city. And so while it might be reasonable to expect that to occur, it absolutely did not. And the space on your graph, the area on your graph below the lines that would, between actual and the line you're looking at, would be the amount lost. And when you look at it over time, and it's going to be the last paragraph here on the staff report, you realize that if we had kept pace with inflation, there'd be another $7.3 million that would have been received over the period of time since the origin of the program. If you had included population growth as well, there's a $25.4 million additional that would have come in. So while we're thankful for the revenue stream that we've had all these years, it certainly has not kept pace with expectations. And so it was the pleasure of the Public Safety Review Committee, once again, as they reviewed the facts and the trends and so forth, that they voted unanimously to continue with this tax as it is, because the city, in their view, they were very convinced we needed to have whatever stable funding streams we could have, and this one has been working to this degree over the years. So that was their unanimous vote. And the only good news, I guess you could say, on this graph, again, is there was a little uptick this last year in the revenue, which seems to be attributed to some extra use of electricity and gas and potentially some rate increases that go along with that. So while the revenue went up just a tad, you can see inflation and population and CPI also went up just about the same amount. So at least we held our own this last year. And that's really all of it that I have. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them.
Any questions to Mr. Hockman?
Mr. Mayor, I just want to make a comment here.
Go right ahead.
If I can. Yeah, I totally agree with the presentation by Mr. Hockman, and I just want to emphasize that, just like what he said, inflation and also the population growth of the city doesn't even go along with the increase in the utility users tax. And as you recall, because of the advanced technology, a lot of our residents don't have landlines anymore, which is because they're cutting back on their expenses. At the same time, people are cutting back on their utilization, which is good. They're trying to save energy, using energy-efficient appliances, lighting, things like that. So the bottom line for me is this: although it's a lot of money, $3 million, but this is something that we cannot do without. So I think we need to continue charging this utility users tax.
Okay.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Anyone else?
No question.
Okay. Well, I would entertain a motion.
Excuse me, Mr. Mayor, I'm sorry. I was
Oh.
waiting for the,
Well, you're pausing for Dan.
well, yeah, he was left ready, then I said, okay. No, again, just a comment. Crime continues to be one of the, forefront, urban woes that communities face. And yes, this tax is not as big as in years past, but it's, as mentioned, it's definitely needed. And I think it fills a real need purpose. And that's where it's something that is definitely something that must continue. And I'll leave it at that. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Okay. Mr. Mayor, I'd move to open the public hearing.
Second.
Okay, motion on the floor by Councilmember Coops and a second by Mayor Pro Tem Santa Ynez. Public hearing is open, or will, without objection, that'll be the order. Thank you.
It's like riding a bike.
Yeah, there we go. So we'll give it a few minutes for Zoom to do its magic. See if we have anybody.
Mayor, I'm not seeing any raised hands at this time.
So with that, I'd like to make a motion to close the public hearing.
Second.
Without objection, public hearing was closed.
Mr. Mayor, knowing that we need every tool in our belt to combat our public safety efforts and to continue those efforts, I would motion to approve ordinance number 818 requiring the city council to hold, where am I at here?
To continue.
To continue
Move the-
the ordinance, the 818 required the city council
Continue the
Utility.
user's
Oh.
utility tax.
to consider whether the, you know what I'm saying. I'm like a motion second.
To continue the utility users tax.
Yes.
Is that what you just seconded?
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm reading it here. What? Oh, I'm reading the executive summary.
Call roll, please. We'll get through this.
Uh,
I got tongue twisted. It's sketchy. That's what we're gonna go like that.
Was that a second by Mayor Pro Tem Santinas?
Yes,
Yes,
second by,
Yes.
Thank you very much. Councilmember Hamada?
Aye.
Councilmember Coops?
Aye.
Councilmember Sanchez?
aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Santinas?
Aye.
Mayor Dutton?
aye. Okay, item 14, we got a consent calendar left. Any recusals or conflicts? We all clean?
I'm good.
Yeah,
I
good.
think there's one.
Well,
I'll make a
There's
motion
one
to.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hold on,
Nope.
there's one.
Wait, was that something?
Mayor,
the mayor missed it?
or the former, past mayor.
Okay, I'm out on 14H.
So,
So I will not be participating in 14H because I have a conflict due to a property
14H.
on Main Street that's within 500
Oops.
feet.
Got it. Okay, how about a motion?
Mr. Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve the consent calendar.
And
Second.
that with you abstaining from
With,
14H.
Number H, yep.
Okay.
I'll
we got a
second that.
Motion by Councilman Coops and a second by Councilmember Hamada. And that'll be for approval of the consent calendar with Coops abstaining on 14H. Call roll.
Councilmember Hamada?
Aye.
Councilmember Coops?
Aye.
Councilmember Sanchez?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Santinas?
Aye.
Mayor Dutton?
Aye. Council member reports. Anybody have anything to add?
Mr. Mayor,
Oh, let me, yeah, sorry, go ahead, Victor.
no, go ahead.
Oh, that was, sorry, I didn't call on you.
Oh, no, it's okay. Mr. Mayor, I just want a couple of things. One, first off, most importantly, I want to congratulate you and the Mayor Pro Tem on your new roles. And like Mayor Pro Tem Sunny Santinez mentioned earlier, this is a wonderful body to work with. As I have learned more about other local governments, the issues that they have and unfortunate timings, we work as one, and I just appreciate that. I'm glad to be here and just thankful for your leadership. So just congratulations to both of you. And then, of course, congratulations to the immediate past mayor on his finishing his term.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
Go ahead,
Again, I just want to greet everyone, wish everyone a Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year. And we'll all see you next year. That's January. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem Santinez. Mr. Hamada.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. First off, again, congratulations, Mr.
Thank you.
Mayor, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem. Again, yeah, it's definitely and look, an honor and privilege to serve with you. I just wanted to mention that SCAG continues to be busy, and I'll just leave it that I did attend the SCAG Economic Summit and also the SCAG Regional Advanced Mitigation Planning Advisory Task Force. And again, to finish off the year, I was hoping to, just see more happy faces, and I was able to attend the Christmas stocking giveaway this past Saturday, and there was a lot of kids, happy kids there. So it's a great time in Bellflower, and Again, look at happy holidays to everybody. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Hamada. Mr. Coops.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I want to congratulate you as our new mayor and our new mayor pro tem, Sunny San Ynez. You're well experienced at the roles you play in those positions, and we're looking forward to another productive year under your leadership. I'm grateful for the year that you allowed me to be your mayor. Got a lot of things accomplished, still things need to get done. The pandemic has certainly affected how we conduct business, but I'm proud of the fact that the city is on a strong financial basis, and we have had good relationships throughout the city with all the different service clubs and all the people that are inhabitants of our city. And again, it was a pleasure to serve as your mayor, and I look forward to being on the council for the next 3 years as I serve to support whatever programs we figure out together. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Councilman Coops. And I would again like to reiterate a big humble thank you to my colleagues and the trust they have in me. And we work together as a great team, and it's not just me as being the mayor, it's my colleagues, it's the think tank, it's everybody brings something to the table when we make a decision. And we don't always agree, but we end up and can walk away as not mad at each other. And that's what's so beautiful about this team that we have. The city is propelling forward because of our actions, and it's not just one guy, it's all of us as a team. And with that, I'd like to adjourn the meeting to the next regular Bellflower City Council meeting at 4 p.m. Thursday, January 13th, 2022. Adjourned.